Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you, Andrew, for the great presentation and for all of our questions. And I know we focused on really the land use aspect of this, and I think it's very clear to me and everyone else that sadly we have no ability to do a countywide moratorium on data centers or other projects. And I understand that, and thanks for explaining that well. I do kind of feel like we might have only gotten half of a presentation today, though, because while we don't have an ability to block data centers, there's another role that the county has with them, and that's where we're actively encouraging and facilitating them through our economic development staff. So I know that might be another presentation for another time, but I know we're feeling upset right now that we can't regulate data centers in a way that we can stop them here, but we are also, as a county, at the same time facilitating and trying to build as many of them here as possible. So I know you can't answer the questions to talk about this, but I feel like we got the land use part of this, but we should hear more about how our economic development people are encouraging data centers and kind of how they make decisions about what projects to encourage or not. Like, are there any sorts of projects they wouldn't try to bring to Rock County because of how disruptive they are, and can we add data centers to that list? So I know that's much more of a comment than a question, but
So in general, as some of you have learned in the last few weeks, months, when we're talking about land use decisions, Rock County does not have general zoning authority anywhere in the county. So that includes both unincorporated or incorporated areas. So what that means is the primary land use decisions, including designated future land uses, zoning, permits, are made by cities, villages, and towns. So you might be asking, well, how do you put together a plan then, right?
And then I guess this may be for Corp Counsel, and maybe you've already addressed this. What is the strongest legally enforceable version of a moratorium resolution Rock County can pass today without relying on countywide general zoning authority?
I truly don't believe that we can. And again, I know that that's hard to hear because it feels like the county should have control, but unfortunately the way that it's set up, any moratorium that is going to be legally enforceable would come from the villages. We can't, not the villages, the towns, or the villages or the cities, right? Like, they have their own zoning authority.
Thank you, Chair. So, Andrew, it sounds like if we have 20 municipalities inside Rock County, every one of them could have a data center in all of our backyards, and there's nothing this board could do about it in any way, shape, or form. It's really hard to understand.
Well, I don't disagree with you. That's the choice that has been made, to rely on local officials to make those types of decisions. That's just
well, with this new industry coming in, and as Supervisor Sutter said, if 20 municipalities put them in, do we even have any idea what the maximum amount the county can handle? From a resource perspective, water,
right, and that's the hypothetical things that's what's difficult obviously these are all great questions, but until you have something to really look at and decide, that's where, from a functional standpoint, that's why municipalities adopt moratoriums, because there hasn't been time to study these things. And it's hard to...
Or put in a coordinating committee.
Or a coordinating committee. And that's where, no. So to answer your question, there is no capacity. In general, if the health department will say that Rock County in general uses the top fifth or sixth amount of groundwater usage in the state right now, as we sit, right?
We understand that some conversations will require NDAs, closed-door discussions, careful negotiations, and all that without public commentary. Confidentiality cannot become a substitute for transparency, public accountability, and listening to the people who will live in those consequences. In researching the company, Panattoni, I found details that
The onslaught of data centers here in Rock County will probably be the biggest decision that you make during your term here in office and probably for the rest of your careers. Don't be on the wrong side of history. Don't trade away our future, the future of our children and our grandchildren for generations to come. Data center developers are exploiting the architecture of the land here. That's why they're targeting the Rock River Valley. For its deep, clean water located in our aquifers, for its plentiful surface waters, for the solid bedrock necessary to support the massive buildings required to house the data center campuses, for the vast amount of open space and farmland here. This is not a NIMBY thing. There are serious, irreversible concerns about what